Welcome to Purpose Unlocked, the podcast where dreamers, doers, and changemakers like you break free from the ordinary and build legacies that matter. I'm Christy Smith, business coach, author of The Intuitive Entrepreneur, and your guide to unlocking the purpose-driven life and business you were born for. If you've ever felt like you were meant for more impact, more purpose, more freedom, then you're in the right place. Each week, we dive deep into the mindset, strategies, and real-world stories of purpose-driven entrepreneurs, creatives, and visionaries who refuse to settle. It's time to break the rules, challenge the status quo, and turn your vision into reality. So are you ready? Let's do this. Today, we're going to talk about something so critical to your business success: building a strong, authentic brand that truly resonates with your audience. If you've ever felt like your brand is getting lost in the crowd, or like you're struggling to connect with your ideal clients, then today's episode is for you. Because building a powerful, authentic brand isn't about following trends. It's about aligning your true purpose with the values of the people you want to serve. So let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about what we mean when we say authentic brand. An authentic brand is not just one that is true to its values. It's one that speaks to the heart of your audience, creating a real connection based on trust, shared values, and shared stories. Think about brands like Patagonia, who are deeply committed to sustainability and environmental causes. Nike is another example, whose Just Do It campaign has always been about inspiring personal empowerment and pushing boundaries. Apple is another one, which positions itself not just as a tech company, but as a brand that celebrates creativity, simplicity, and innovation. These brands have one thing in common: they're true to their core message and values, and that's what resonates with people. So when you're thinking about your own brand, ask yourself, what do I stand for? Now here's a mistake I see all the time. People treat their brand like it's just their logo. Your logo is important, sure, but it's just one small piece of the puzzle. Your brand is about the experience you create, the story you tell, and the way you make people feel. Your brand is the sum of everything that you do. So it's the words you use, like how do you speak to your audience? The visuals you use. Does your design reflect your values? Your customer service. Are you genuinely helping people or just pushing a sale? And your content. Are you sharing things that inspire, educate, and connect with your audience? The feelings people get when they interact with your business is your brand. And if you're not intentional about it, your message can get lost in the noise. Now here's where the magic happens: connecting with your audience on a deeper level. It's not just about selling a product or service. It's about building a community and forging real human connections. And to do that, you need to focus on 3 key things. Number 1 is shared values. What do you and your ideal clients both believe in? What do you stand for? Your brand needs to reflect these shared values because people want to support businesses that represent something bigger than themselves. For example, if you value sustainability and ethical practices, make that part of your story. Let your audience know that every purchase you support a cause that they care about. Number 2 is consistency. When it comes to your messaging, consistency is key. Whether it's through your website, social media, or customer interactions, every touch point should reflect the same values, tone, and voice. A consistent message builds trust. If you're all over the place, people won't know what to expect from you. Number 3 is emotion. People don't just buy products, they buy emotions. How do you want your audience to feel when they engage with your brand? Inspired? Empowered? Seen? When you can tap into the emotional side of your audience, you create a deeper connection that goes beyond transactions. This next part is crucial. Authentic branding is about being vulnerable. I know that might sound scary, especially for those of you who are used to presenting a polished, perfect version of your business. But the truth is, people want to see the real you. They want to know who's behind the brand. So being authentic means showing up with vulnerability, sharing your journey, your struggles, and how you've overcome challenges. Letting your audience see that you're human too. Being honest when things don't go as planned. It's these raw, real moments that make you relatable and trustworthy. Think about the brands that you love. They're the ones that aren't afraid to show their imperfections. Now that we've covered the why and the how, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you have in your disposal, your brand story. Storytelling is one of the most effective ways to build a connection with your audience. People are hardwired to remember stories, not facts or figures. Your story is what makes you human, and it's what draws people in. Your brand story should start with your why. Why did you start this business? Highlight your struggles, your triumphs, and the lessons learned, and then focus on the transformation, both yours and your audience's. The best stories don't just entertain, they inspire people to take action, join your mission, and become part of your journey. All right, let's wrap this up. Here's what you need to remember. Number 1, authentic branding is about being true to your values and purpose. It's not just about a logo or a tagline. Number 2, consistency, shared values, and emotional connection are the keys to building trust with your audience. Number 3, being vulnerable and telling your story humanizes your brand and makes it relatable. Number 4, your story is your superpower. Use it to connect with people, inspire action, and build loyalty. So here's your action step. Take a moment this week to revisit your brand story. Ask yourself, what's the real reason you do what you do? And how can you share that with your audience in a way that resonates deeply? That's a wrap on this episode of Purpose Unlocked, but your journey is just beginning. If today's conversation sparks something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, tag me, and let's keep this movement growing. For more insights, tools, and resources to fuel your purpose-driven journey, grab a copy of my book, The Intuitive Entrepreneur, at christysmithcoaching.com/book-intuitive. And if you're ready to take your vision to the next level, let's connect. Follow me on social media, subscribe to this channel, and join the community of rebels, dreamers, and impact makers just like you. Until next time, keep challenging the norm, trusting your intuition, and building the legacy you were born for. Let's unlock purpose together.